So, what if I told you that right now, at this very moment, you could build an influencer with no pulse, no past, and no passport, but with a bigger fan base than half of Instagram? Sounds like sci-fi, but it's not. Generative AI has kicked open the gates of influence, and suddenly, you don't need a ring light or a human face to go viral. All you need is a prompt, a few powerful tools, and a little creative audacity. Welcome to the world of AI influencers, where the future of fame is entirely artificial. Let's just say it. Being an influencer used to mean selfies, skincare routines, and praying the algorithm smiled on your latest post. But now, influence doesn't even need a human behind it. We've officially entered a world where the most eye-catching, perfectly styled, forever available creator online doesn't actually exist. Welcome to the era of AI influencers, digital personas powered by nothing but code, creativity, and a few really smart tools. These aren't bots pretending to be people. They're fully designed characters with backstories, personalities, and aesthetic themes, built to charm, inspire, and monetize. Some of them model outfits, some give relationship advice, some even sell skincare routines better than actual dermatologists. And they're doing it all without eating, sleeping, aging, or missing upload days. The wildest part? You can create one today, right now, for free. That's because we're living through a cultural shift where the gatekeepers of fame, the cameras, agencies, even the human body, don't matter as much as they used to. All you need is a decent prompt, access to a few open source platforms, and a vision for who your digital star is going to be. And that's exactly where we're headed. This isn't about throwing jargon at you. It's about showing you the exact tools, styles, and platforms that can help you craft your own AI influencer from scratch, and maybe even start making money from it. All right, let's kick things off with Focus, probably the most polished photoreal image generator in the AI influencer toolkit. The minute you start using it, one thing becomes very clear. This tool has taste. You could feed it a vague prompt like mysterious woman in glowing armor, or get ultra-specific with lighting, mood, and pose. And either way, what it spits out looks like something you'd see in a fashion editorial or an art museum with LED floors. What makes Focus stand out is its consistency. A lot of AI image tools mess up the basics: hands, faces, symmetry. One picture might be great, the next looks like your influencer fell into a glitchy mirror. Not Focus. It manages to lock onto structure in a way that feels deliberate, like it understands visual style instead of just mimicking it. It's not plug and play like Midjourney or DALL-E. You'll have to access it through NASWork's GitHub and run it using Google Colab. Sounds techy, but it's not that bad. Hit a few run buttons, follow a couple prompts, and boom, you get a browser app that generates images on par with Pro Studios. The results? 2 ultra-clean, hyper-realistic images that feel curated. Perfect for profile pictures, banner art, or that classic good lighting, no filter look AI influencers love to pretend is real. If Focus is the runway model with perfect posture, then Piklin is the eccentric artist in the corner. Vibrant, unpredictable, and somehow always interesting. This tool, sometimes called Pikamin, depending on where you find it, is like an indie game that deserves way more attention than it gets. It doesn't just follow your prompts, it dances with them, throws in a few surprises, and comes back with images that practically demand a double take. Let's say you ask for a cyberpunk samurai sipping bubble tea under neon lights. Most tools will give you something decent. Piklin, it gives you 3 versions, each with its own flair, colors that pop like candy, and angles that feel like they belong in a film trailer. That's its magic, imagination with personality. What really makes it stand out is character reference support. If you've got an AI influencer you're developing, same face, same hair, same vibe, you can reuse that character across different scenes. No weird face morphs, no accidental age jumps, just continuity. And that's a big deal when you're trying to build a believable persona online. Downsides? Sure. Sometimes Piklin leans too hard into vibrancy and saturation. You might get something that looks like it was edited by a kid hopped up on sugar and glow sticks. And to unlock its high-res features, there's usually a paywall. But honestly, For a free tier tool, it punches way above its weight class. For creators on a budget who want their content to feel unique, cinematic, and a little extra, Piklin's your best-kept secret. Now let's talk about Perchance AI, a tool so generous it honestly feels like a glitch in the Matrix. No signups, no watermarks, no learning curve. Just type in a prompt and boom. Within 2 minutes, you've got a clean, high-quality image ready to post. And we're not talking cookie-cutter results either. This thing can swing from anime to photorealism to comic book vibes without breaking a sweat. What makes Perchance so appealing is its low-maintenance genius. You don't need to craft a Shakespearean sonnet of a prompt to get something good. Cyborg yoga instructor in a moonlit forest? Done. Gothic mermaid on a glass throne? Easy. The outputs are fast, generally accurate, and, get this, completely watermark-free. It also gives you control over what not to include. You can define anti-prompts, so if you're tired of seeing weird fingers or surprise unicorns in the background, you can blacklist them right out of your image. The only real limitation is post-processing. Once the image is generated, that's it. No fine-tuning, no regenerating facial expressions, no layering effects. But honestly, for something that doesn't even ask for your email address, it's hard to complain. As a foundation tool for your AI influencer's visual identity, Perchance is nearly unbeatable. Whether you're building a content calendar, storyboarding short videos, or just experimenting with vibes, this is your blank canvas. No fluff, no gatekeeping, just pure, unfiltered AI creativity in your browser. Alright, static images are great and all, but you know what makes an AI influencer feel real? Movement. Expression. A face that blinks, smiles, and actually speaks to the camera. That's where Digen AI steps in. It's your go-to for turning a still portrait into a full-on talking head, complete with synced lip movement and voice. Let's say you've got a gorgeous portrait from Focus or a stylized masterpiece from Perchance. Drop it into Digen, type in your script, or upload some audio, and within minutes, your influencer is talking. Like, really talking. Not just a robotic mouth flap. Digen generates realistic mouth shapes, subtle facial motion, even eye movement that tracks the viewer. Add background music and suddenly, it feels like you're watching a legit video interview with someone who doesn't exist. Is it perfect? Not quite. Sometimes the voices sound a little too monotone, and certain facial animations land deep in uncanny valley territory. Think hyper-real Zoom call with a mannequin. But when it works, it really works, especially for short-form content like TikToks, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Digen helps blur that final line between animation and authenticity. The real value here is speed. In 5 minutes, you can go from an AI image to talking video clip. No camera, no mic, no green screen needed. Just imagination and the internet. It's one of those tools that's quietly revolutionary, until your creation speaks for the first time. Okay, so by now you've got the face, the flair, and even the voice. But what if you want to move faster? Like, really faster? That's where these two under-the-radar tools come in, NASWork AI and Vivago. They're not as flashy as the big names, but they absolutely deliver when you need quick content without sacrificing too much quality. NASWork is like the AI image equivalent of texting a friend who always replies instantly. You type a prompt, nothing fancy, just AI chef on a rooftop in Paris, and bam, image generated. It's simple, it's quick, and it doesn't overwhelm you with endless controls. Great for filler content, mood boards, or rapid prototyping. Don't expect high-level customization, but for casual output or daily posts, it's a gem. Then there's Vivago. Vivago's a bit more ambitious. It wants to be your full creative suite. Text to image? Check. Text to video? Yup. Even image to video if you're feeling bold. You can add transitions, tweak lighting, and experiment with different themes. But fair warning, its interface can feel like you accidentally opened Photoshop and Blender at the same time. Definitely a learning curve here. Still, if you take the time to poke around, you'll find some serious potential. For creators looking to build depth and variety into their influencers' world, short video stories, animated intros, or stylized vlogs, Vivago gives you the toolkit. They're not perfect, but they're powerful, free, and perfect for filling in the gaps between your wow content. So you've got the look, the voice, maybe even a signature pose or catchphrase. But now comes the part everyone secretly wants to know. How do you turn this AI magic into actual money? Enter FanView. Think of it as the new kid on the monetization block. Part Patreon, part OnlyFans, but built with the AI generation in mind. Whether your influencer is a fitness guru, fashion icon, digital model, or some chaotic goblin VTuber, FanView doesn't care if it's real or rendered. If it's good, it belongs. Setting up is almost too easy. You hit Become a Creator, choose your content type, and, this is key, you can select a category specifically for AI-generated work. No need to explain that your model isn't real. FanView already gets it. You pick your subscription price, customize your profile, and start uploading. The platform supports short videos, still images, behind-the-scenes drops, and even voice notes if you're using tools like Digen. And with over 100,000 new users jumping on weekly, it's not some ghost town. The audience is growing, and they're spending. Creators can offer exclusive content tiers, tips, even custom requests. Payouts support multiple countries, and you get a dashboard that tracks what content's hitting hardest. That means you're not just posting into the void. You're refining your strategy like a digital business. In short, FanView is where your AI persona goes from fiction to full-blown income stream. So yeah, we're officially living in a world where you can build, brand, and bank on a persona that doesn't even breathe. With the right tools, Focus, Piklin, Perchance, Digen, and FanView, you're not just playing with AI, you're launching a digital empire. If you've got the vision, the tools are waiting. Now hit that like button if your brain just exploded a little. Subscribe for more wild breakdowns like this, and drop a comment. What would you name your AI influencer? Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep building the future pixel by pixel.